So it's gonna be interesting. Oh, shit. Happy New Month, Happy Africa Month. We are back with another podcast. Are you excited to be back?
I'm excited to be back.
Are you excited to be proudly African?
Very excited, very excited.
Today we're going to be talking about why we both stopped doing photography and videography for clients and for business, and what we are doing now, like the pros and cons and why we eventually stopped,
Yeah.
because we just stopped.
And it's funny, but just before we started recording, you actually reminded me that we got our light set and our backdrop kit same time last year.
Yeah.
So it's that's when we were like really serious into photography and videography.
Yes.
And we bought like a whole backdrop kit and the lighting set so that we can have like a nicer studio, with
Yes.
the lights and everything.
Yeah.
And it was really dope. I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds? And we are no longer like doing
it as
anymore.
much.
That's really funny. But I must say though,
Yeah.
besides COVID, I feel like COVID was one of the reasons why we also kind of
Just
fell
stopped,
out
yeah.
of videography and filming, because you have to be out there a lot and you have
Exactly.
to interact with people and you have to kind of do that kind of thing. So that's another reason why. But I think there's more to it than just COVID.
Yeah, because we had kind of stopped with the photography is the first that kind of fell off, because at first I remember we were doing like corporate shoots where we would go for like what was
Yeah,
that event that
the
we went
corporate launches.
Yeah, we would
and-
go for corporate launches, would get invited, and then we would do shoots for corporates, and then that's where most of our clients were actually based. And then the individual ones here and there would get like maybe artists, because that was the time that XD was still recording artists, and he would record artists, and they would want like cover art or pictures to post, and that's how we kind of got through it. And then we would have it was mostly artists that we did photography stuff for it.
Yeah, those were the people that we could market this kind of stuff to,
Yeah.
because that's the people that kind of knew us. Because when you're still establishing yourself as a business, random people don't just show up. So we try to market our photography and videography to like the music people that I was working with at that time, and that's the people that came into the business first and supported us, and all that. Firstly, because they want cover art and they do want photo shoots. Like remember when we did QC, when we did Tapiwa,
Yes, the
and
one
those
that-
were big photo shoots that were actually proper, that we actually did for them. And that's people. Well, that's both people that I did record and work with in terms of music.
Yes.
And then other people that, we had
Were
nothing
just
to
random
do.
and stuff,
Were just
'cause
random.
When I started doing the makeup, then whoever I would do makeup on would record, and then I would also take photos of that. So that kind of opened up another avenue of people coming in to do that. So I think, with photography is the first thing that fell off, but we're still doing music videos. I think music videos lasted for quite a while. Yeah.
It lasted for quite a while.
And they paid way better than the photographer. Well, the
Yeah.
corporate stuff paid.
Yeah,
But
the
then the
corporate stuff,
individual
yeah.
stuff, people would always want to negotiate because they don't have money and stuff like that. But the corporate stuff, when they said they'll pay. But we also had a bit of dealing with people is just something else. I don't want to lie. Like, you need to be patient with people, and you need to just know that this is a job, and it's not. Of course, you build relationships along the way, but you need to just understand that you meet so many people with different personalities. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not. So you just need to know that it's your job. Get it done, and keep it pushing.
Yeah, and I feel like when it comes to like the us stopping doing photography especially, and I feel like we're doing too much. Like I feel like we're doing photography, videography, we were recording, we were doing YouTube as well.
It was a lot.
And it was a lot that we were trying to do. So
At the
we were
same
trying
time.
to do everything. you know, and make sure that we give time for everything. So in a week, we're shooting videos, we're trying to push for photos, we're trying to market our business, the photo business, the video business, the music business, you know. So it was just a lot that we were doing, and something had to give. And most of the time, we like, especially when we bought the lighting set and all that, we figured out that it's like sitting at home and not really doing much for the most part when we're not getting clients, because obviously not in every YouTube video we're gonna use like a backdrop kit. But the lights, they were fine because we still have them.
We still use them. They are perfect.
Yeah.
I mean.
And I mean, remember we joined Snapit, that app that kind of connects you to clients. But sometimes the clients were not around the locations.
Yeah, locations were pretty far. Some will come from like Stellenbosch. We got a couple from the site. So if you are doing photography and you are looking for clients, or you don't know where to find clients, sometimes it's good to sign up with like things like Snapit. Of course, you pay a little bit, but it will actually get you clients you never could have gotten on your own, because people will come and look for photographers, and if they find you, and if you can, you know, convince them to work with you, you can actually have long-lasting customers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to market your business when it comes to that, and we tried as much as we could to market our business so we can get a little bit more clients in there. But ultimately, you know, the return on investment photography wise wasn't as I don't know. For me, it didn't really satisfy me, and also
because we're investing in so much equipment as well,
and not just equipment, but also the time.
Yeah, it was.
You know, you spend, because I mean, you have to spend a whole day shooting, and some people might want various locations.
They
and
always
people
did.
always negotiate because people don't want to pay a lot of money. You know. And it just ended up not being, you know, really worthwhile, because remember, as I said, we were also doing YouTube and music videos and so forth. So now you spend so much time we're just doing photo shoots, and then it's not really paying well because people don't really have that much money. And you also, and another thing is also, you're fighting with mobile phones, mobile devices.
Yeah, because they now take like, I mean, you know,
iPhones take amazing pictures.
Unless like you get, like I was saying, unless you keep on getting like corporate events or weddings and stuff like that, those are things that can actually keep feeding you. But just the normal kind of photography wasn't
personal photo shoots for just normal people. That wasn't working. And I mean, even the corporate ones, it was also gonna go down also because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So everything was shutting down. So people were not having like events as much as they would normally do.
And I think YouTube was actually doing well, because I will be honest, when we got our first camera, shout out to the Sony A5000. It was a beast. It's still a beast.
Yeah.
When we got our first camera, it was actually for music videos. And then YouTube came along with it, because we started YouTube using the phone, but when we got the camera, we got it for music videos because they were paying. Artists were actually a bit better, you know, in terms of like paying, because you can charge more for video. Then we started getting equipment like gimbals, second camera, and all of that stuff. So that actually worked out. And our last video was actually shot right before the pandemic, like literally before they announced lockdown. That was our last payoff, and it was
our last
a good
music
client.
video. Yeah,
the client actually requested 2 music videos.
Yeah, and we shot them the same day.
Same day.
Because we just had to like make sure we get the most out of that day. Yeah, and it was really good. It went well. I mean, we went to Table Mountain and all that.
Yeah. That's when I woke up. And what I loved about the videography, and I won't even lie, was the traveling and staying fit, because, well, the kilos did pound up when lockdown started until now. The pandemic pounds. I don't know. Let me know if you got some pandemic pounds. Let me know in the comments so that I don't feel alone in this fat world.
Isn't the term fat kind of
with a PH, okay?
Politically incorrect nowadays?
With a PH.
You can't just say people are fat, you know. It's kind of like a word people are moving away from.
I'm saying it so that no one can say it to me. You know how
you're owning
Africans
it.
are. I'm owning it. I'm a plus size fatty. You know how Africans are. They see, they're like, oh my God, what are you eating?
You're so
You are
fat."
so fat. You're like,
I'm like,
bruh.
bruh.
You don't even ask how I am. Like, it's fine. Okay, I know I have a mirror.
I'm eating. What you
talking about?
expect?
I'm growing. I got them curves. It's fine. Let me be. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So we ended up selling, like, getting back to the
Yeah.
topic at hand. We ended up selling some of our photography equipment.
Yeah, we did.
Like the backdrop
And the stands.
and the stands
they
and
were
all
just
that.
wasting space.
Yeah, wasting space and it's money just chilling.
Yeah.
And we still just have like the reflector and the lights and our lenses we still have because we use that for
use that,
video. So
yep.
that's a good thing. It was going to be really terrible if all we did was just photography.
It was.
Because now we have cameras, we have lights, we have all these gear and
It's just
it's
sitting
just
there.
sitting.
And once you buy it, you can't resell it at the same price that you got it. You have to sell it for something lower. So, buying equipment, we always had to really think and research what was really good and what we could keep. And, thank God for YouTube.
Yeah, if you're into photography and you're thinking about starting out, like photography is easy to start out. I mean, you can start with your phone to practice, and you can even like if you're thinking now to go the DSLR way and buy a DSLR, you can buy like a Canon 550D, and you can buy like a used flash, like an on-camera flash, and you do good. Like shout out to my cousin Silent in Joburg. He's doing well with this photography.
Because he has a whole studio. He
He
really
has a whole
invested.
photo studio,
Yeah.
and he's doing
He's
amazing,
doing amazing.
shoots for
so
people.
if you're in Joburg, we'll link him.
Down below.
SMVP Photography.
Yes,
Yep.
SMVP Therapy.
Yeah,
He's
photography.
really doing amazing, and you should check out his page. He's doing great work. He actually sustained ever
Yes.
since he started. He never stopped because that's the only thing. Well, that we know him to be doing. He's
Yes.
just doing photography.
He stuck with it for a while. Because I
Yeah.
think with us, it was like, we even forgot that we were doing graphics for people. But
Yeah, that's another thing. We're also doing like
we're
graphics,
doing a lot.
motion graphics and graphic designing.
Yeah, it was a lot. But
We're juggling so much.
It came full circle because it helped us be able to create content at the way we were doing it. Because of the way you were editing like music videos, it became easy for you to even edit our YouTube videos in such a way that's creative. And I see now people even appreciate your edits. Now they're like, we really see the
Yeah.
difference. You know what I mean? So the graphics helped. We can now make intros. We can now make graphics for ourselves. So it kind of came full circle. So I would say the photography and the videography was a necessity for us to gain the skills that we have for us to be running the business that we are running right now.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yeah, it all comes together nicely. Like, do you remember the how we started like the photo thing? Remember when we were staying in Summer Greens and we took remember the photos that we took with the phone?
Yes.
Because that's how personally I got into
Yeah.
photography because of you, because you wanted pictures taken.
Yes,
and
because
we
I
used
was
to
doing
take
my
with the
makeup
phone,
and stuff like that.
and you were doing makeup and looking good, and you're like, baby, take pictures of me, and
Yeah.
take pictures. And I started to kind of learn, the lighting and everything. Well, we had natural light at that time.
Then we even started getting like the cellophane to make the gels, and
Yes,
we're
yes,
really,
yes.
really very DIY. I remember the first
the
trip
beginning.
we took to Chinatown to get the stuff.
We just had 500 rand.
Yep.
And we came with so
So
much
much
stuff
stuff.
to add to our
That's when we got the
photography gear.
DIY lights.
Yes, we got the DIY,
DIY
lights.
lights, the cellophane,
Yeah. It was exciting. It was
backdrops.
good times,
It
man.
was.
It was good times.
It was.
Yeah.
So never stomp on your humble beginnings, because they can become something much bigger, Segue, how you feeling about almost 50K subs?
Yo, it's feeling
know,
good, yo.
it's
It's
feeling
feeling good. Nah, it's feeling good, man. Like it's huge. Like it's huge. I'm not gonna lie. Like in the standards of like where we are in Africa, South Africa, 50,000 subscribers is, it's big. Like it's
and
really
you
good, and I'm
worked
really grateful. I'm
so
thankful for
hard.
everyone, and everyone that supports and everyone that comes through and pays attention to the videos, and people that find value in what I do. It's a big milestone. Like I can't wait to get the plaque for 100K. That would be wow. That would be like
It's coming. It's definitely coming.
halfway
Trust
there.
me. like it's been such a journey. Like, remember how we started out? I remember you were even saying the videos that we started out with. Like, we're saying we started with the phone. The first days he started the YouTube. Now he was looking back and it's like I'm cringing because I didn't even have lights or anything like that. But then those are the most watched videos because the video is just like picked up and
It
you're
was
like,
bad.
What are people watching?
It was bad, yo. It was bad. Those videos were bad. But that's the time we were kind of getting into video and photo. So we didn't have a lot of equipment and we were just trying to piece everything together. Because I feel like the whole thing is to just start.
Yes.
And that's why we picked up so many things
Along the way
that we did, even with the motion graphics and everything. We picked up so much that we were doing, so... because we were just in a state where we were just like, let's try this, let's try that, let's try this, and then we just start, and then that's it, and then we just take it wherever we take it. If we do drop something along the way, then we do drop it, and then that's that. But yeah, man, I feel like that's the spice to life. You need to sample stuff. You can't just stuck to one thing and not try other things, but at the same time not leaving your main
main thing that you because at the end of the day, it's the creativity and that was behind everything. It was always music. So that led to so many things, and the fact that we are not so bad on camera, like in terms of like talking. We like talking.
Yeah.
We
got better though.
We got better.
With time.
Yeah, with time.
That's why I was cringing. I was just not cringing about the picture, but I was cringing about even my performance as well. Like you can tell with the jump cuts. Like with this podcast, we are now free. We can relax. There isn't too much jump cuts, even in our own videos on our respective channels. You don't find so much jump cuts in them, unnecessarily, where you made an error or misspoke and then you have to take it out. But we kind of found a flow. We kind of found a flow with time through the years that we've been doing our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back then, it
was lit.
Yeah, but everything takes practice, man. So yeah, that's the story of how we stopped doing video and photography and all that. It's not because of people or whatever, but it's just about the situation that we were in. And it's good to also come back and focus to what's important and what really works, because we're all in different situations and hone in something. I mean, we still do a lot. Like if you run a YouTube channel, you have to do your own graphic design, you have to do your own photos for your thumbnails, and you have to do your own videography. I still love photo. I still love photo stuff. Like even earlier today, I was watching like Tony Northrup. I still watch photo channels to hear about photo news, new cameras, new lenses, new gear. So I'm still interested in that, but I still take photos of you still, but just not publicly. You take photos of me as well, but we just don't do it publicly as a business.
It's now an in-house thing. It's just on us, because if we now open it up, because I get many people now asking, can you do intros for us? Can you edit for us? Can you do graphics? Do you still take photos? We're like, fam, if you just understand the amount of work that we have to do for our channels, because sometimes
we have to charge you for all that work, and it's unfair for someone at that level who's starting out for us to charge them that much.
Plus, even besides that, like whenever we sit down for videos, it's not like we are creating every day. So whenever we sit down for videos, I will make like 2 videos in one sitting, and so will you. That needs editing, that needs promotion, that needs this and that. So it's a lot. And now we're involving brands inside the situation. You're working with other clients for like mixing and mastering and stuff. It's just a lot. So when you tell people that you're not offering that service, it just seems like you're being funny, but it's all about time. Otherwise, will explode, because besides just editing our stuff and all that, now I have to prioritize someone else's work. That's why editors are just editors. They are not creators as well. That's why you can find editors that's just their job. But when you do so many things just on your own, you can't take on another person's work. Otherwise you won't prioritize it, and it'll just be bad for the reputation and bad business anyway. So it's okay to say no when the cup has runneth over.
Yeah, no, that's facts. That's facts. But
Yeah.
anyways, that's it. But I feel like that's our story. If you guys want to hear more stories about this, if you guys have any other questions
Yeah.
that you want us to maybe talk about in a future episode, you can let us know down below in the comments and just hit us up and let us know what you would want us to talk about. But yeah, this is our podcast where we talk about anything, us, and just random things.
That are
So
happening, yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget to leave your comments down below because we are giving away 100 Rand airtime to someone that actually takes time to listen or watch us on YouTube or listen to us on Spotify. Data is
Yeah.
expensive out here in these African streets.
Yo,
So
they need to do something about that, yo.
they are profiting so much more than they should of the networks because
It's too much.
it's expensive. If you're not on Wi-Fi,
That's why this social media game is such an uphill for us.
Yeah, it's an uphill, bruh. Like, yo, baby. But anyways, thank you so much for joining us. Comment, like, subscribe, share.
Yeah,
Let
help
us know
these podcast episodes in the algorithm of YouTube by interacting, liking, subscribing, sharing, you know, and commenting. It really helps. You know, it
does.
takes just a moment from your life just
And
to,
from-
you know,
yeah, just your
support
time.
that way.
Yeah.
It really helps. Thank you so much. You know, if you've watched all our episodes and if you want to watch our other episodes, you can check them out as well.
But otherwise, we'll be loving and leaving you. Much love, much light. Mwah.
Peace.